Who are you? Why are you so caught up in constantly being jealous and spitting poison and getting angry at everybody around you because he may have a nicer car or he may be doing better than you? Who cares? Start focusing on who you are, where you're going. That's the important part. If you're just comparing cars or comparing watches, listen, I got to tell you, it doesn't matter where you are in that totem pole, there's always going to be someone to outdo you. That's the bottom line. You have to be confident in yourself, in your own skin, to be the best version of yourself and continue working. Good morning, gentlemen. What is up? Usually in the morning when I'm driving to HQ, I got a lot of things in my mind, so I figured I might start recording them and posting them here and maybe get some of your opinions and some of your comments. First, if you do not subscribe to this channel, if you're not, watching our videos on the weekly, I recommend you do. Why? Because we're really working hard, bringing you a lot of content. A lot of the social media platforms suppress us. Why? Simply because we talk what's the truth. We talk about manhood, masculinity, the way of the warrior, how a man should live his life, right? And we get a lot of pushback, but with your support, you've helped us get to almost 30,000 followers. I would appreciate you. You know what to do, man. Comment, share. Anything you can do to help this channel will be appreciated. We're going to continue bringing you some great content. All right, let's rock and roll. So it seems to me like there is so much jealousy in the air, and it starts kind of like in reverse, right? You start seeing these young men at 17, 18, 19-year-olds, these pimple-faced kids going out there buying supercars, basically with cash because no bank is going to finance them. So they make money on social media or through cryptocurrency, and they go out there and they throw money into a $200,000 or a $300,000 car, whatever. And soon they realize that, holy crap, I got to make a payment, and it's a payment that I have to make on time. The next thing you know, these young men are getting their cars repossessed. We've had, I believe, over the last 3 years, specifically in Miami, in the South Florida area, the repossessions have gone up anywhere between, I think in 2023, they were up 35%. I think now they're up to 50% from what they were back prior to COVID. So that means that there's a lot of people buying cars, and typically the younger generation, who really don't have a pot to piss in. They get cold hard cash. They think they can make it. They think that they're invincible, and they go and throw this money away. Look, I get it. As a young man, you want this dream, but sometimes you need to achieve that dream by working hard, putting in the time, putting in the effort, and going out there and building something. Then you can treat yourself. With that said, we started talking about envy and jealousy and spitting poison. Well, what happens is then you get other young men who may not be doing the same thing, may not have the same capability of getting these $200,000-$300,000 cars. And guess what happens? They start hating and they start getting frustrated. So they start going out there trying to do everything they can in their lives to achieve that status, because the guy with the nicest car gets the hottest girl. Well, to an extent, when you are young in your early 20s, that may be the case, but quickly when you move up to your late 20s and early 30s, if you're attracting the right woman, that's not what she's looking at. She's not looking at your pimply faced Lamborghini. She's not looking at, what's the hottest car out there. She's usually looking for stability. As a matter of fact, and when I say stability, let me be very clear. I'm not talking about a broke ass. I'm talking about stability financially, mentally, spiritually, someone who can guide and lead, a man, right? So let me say this. There was, I saw a video and it made total sense to me. A couple ladies that were in their mid-30s, early 40s, and this was in Palm Beach, Florida. There was a bunch of Lamborghinis and Porsches and fast cars, Bugattis, and then there was the Rolls Royces. Typically, you would think women in their 30s would be looking for guys that have, the fast cars, the Porsches, the Ferraris, the Lamborghinis, but they were more interested in the men who had the Rolls Royces. They were more interested. And for 1 minute, be very careful, because you're going to say Rolls Royce is for old people, and you're wrong, because Rolls Royce has one of the youngest demographics of any car manufacturer. Go research that. So I said, I'm thinking to myself, and I start throwing it out there and speaking to my wife about it a little bit. I'm like, really, what are women looking in this day and age? And the thing is, there's so much jealousy out there of men who are actually pushing and growing and executing and building empires. And these men put their heads down and they're out there doing what they need to do. Okay. Then there are the other guys that are scrambling to be in the pecking order, right? And those men typically that are scrambling, who are trying to be in the pecking order, figuring out who's who and what's what, and always trying to see who has the biggest, the nicest car and your car shows and shit like that. Those guys typically spit poison across the board. Why? Because they're constantly chasing that dragon. Constantly. And I say this pretty often. I think like the way a man, he's wired in his brain, it takes at least 2 years of him unwiring that. So it takes diligent work if you want to break away from the way you think. So if you're in your 30s and your 40s, hell, in your 50s, 60s, you have to figure out what you want to do with your life. It's not about the car, it's not about the watch, it's not about the apartment or the house you have. It's about who you are inside. Once you get that sense, you'll start hating on people. You'll stop buying a new car every month to try to keep up with every other guy. Listen, I'm not saying that you don't go out there and buy nice cars and enjoy them, but you have to do it for the right reasons. If you collect cars, if you love the tradition of cars, I'm a big Porsche guy. I have a Rolls Royce. I'm a big Lamborghini guy. I have a Lamborghini, I have a Rolls Royce, and I have a Porsche. But I love them because each one is very different. Not because I need to park these in front of my house and show off. I love cars. I've always loved them since I was, 10 years old. I loved cars. I love the tradition. I love the heritage behind it. Watches. Loved watches since I was very young. Very, very young. Love to learn more about the warriors, martial arts, combat, personal defense, the mindset, spirituality, all of that. I'm a big fan of that. Big fan of that. So that's me. Who are you? Who are you? Why are you so caught up in constantly being jealous and spitting poison and getting angry at everybody around you because he may have a nicer car or he may be doing better than you? Who cares? Start focusing on who you are, where you're going. That's it. That's the important part. If you're just comparing cars or comparing watches, listen, I got to tell you, it doesn't matter where you are on that totem pole, there's always going to be someone to outdo you. That's the bottom line. You have to be confident in yourself, in your own skin, but it doesn't mean that you're a lazy ass not doing anything. As a matter of fact, if you don't have a nice car for the most part and you like cars, that's on you. If you don't have a nice watch because you can't afford it, that's on you. If you don't have a beautiful woman in your arms because you can't attract one, that's on you. So I am not saying in any way, shape, or form that you should not go out there and level up your life. and build your affluence and influence. And yes, when you go into a restaurant and they valet your car, they'll immediately put it out on the front. Not like the Tesla that goes into the, into the parking lot, or the Corvette. That's the idea, right? Is for you to enjoy life, feel good, have confidence, but you must, listen to me, you must divide that up. If they ripped all your cars and everything that you want in your life and that was thrown away, you should be able to still maintain a strong, focused frame, a masculine frame to be the best version of yourself and continue working. It should not be, oh my God, my dreams are gone, or my cars are gone. I don't know how to identify myself anymore. By the way, CEOs, founders, they do the same shit. They get so caught up in their business that all they do is identify who they are with their business. While yes, there is a direct connect, and I believe there is a direct reflection, it does not mean that you are literally, you're looked at based on your business model only. Like, no, you're a person. You have emotions, you have feelings, you're strong or you're weak. I mean, you're how you built your character. Do you give? Are you the kind of guy that goes out there and serves for a higher purpose? Do you lead from the front, or you're some, dude that for the most part is lost in life? So I say this. Live your life with power, with grace, with a sense of constant improvement. You continue walking that path and surround yourself with great people, it will change you. You will stop with the hatred and the envy and the constant chasing of trying to get, what everybody else has, or what the guys at the top have. Don't be that guy. Be uniquely your own. And once you understand who you are, you'll be able to level up your life in ways that you have never, ever experienced. With that said, if you want to get around great men, powerful men, who will bring forth the best in you, who will bring the power out in you, right? Accountability creates power, because you can see where you're making their mistakes or when you're slacking, and it'll rewire you to continue building solid habits to improve you in all facets of your life. If you want to get around great men like this, check out manofwar.us. That's right, manofwar.us. Go there and hit the Crucible tab and check out the Man of War Crucible and see what we're about. See why we are the #1 ranked men's development and challenge program in the world. What we're doing is building purpose-driven men. It's a brotherhood, but it's a rite of passage that every man must go through. They must push themselves to that higher level. If you're ready, go check it out. Either way, guys, continue watching this channel. I'm going to be bringing you some great ideas to become stronger in every facet of your life. And I would love to get some of your opinions, some of your comments, some of your feedback. A lot of you, you're a little nervous to comment or whatever. Come on, let's rock and roll. Let's have a conversation. I may be completely wrong, but I want to hear why. You may be able to sway me. I'm always open ears. I'm always trying to learn and better myself. Until next time, guys, may God bless you.